podcast. I, Fully Percival, am here with Asthma Vets to talk about anime and everything as we usually do before this wonderful catastrophe starts off.
Oh yeah, we're cooking.
So what have you been keeping up with this season? What have you been in the last week really nailing down?
Or like anime or gaming or I guess all the above.
Well, at least anime right now. We can talk about gaming when the other nerds get here, but I know you're probably playing your goon likes.
This is really funny. I saw a TikTok earlier today that reminded me of like whenever we talk about ReZero. And oh my god, it was like this dude sitting there and he's like fuck. It was so good. It was like,
you know,
let me just find it.
I think I've nailed it down for everybody in the audience. I find that I enjoy Konosuba so much more than ReZero.
I'm gonna see if I can play this through... Actually, wait, I can just go to my TikTok account and play it through the thing. No, I can't. Okay. We'll try this then. This should work.
I just feel like the Panty Stealer's a better protagonist.
Fish for the fish.
Oh, yeah, this is what it is. It's so it's like this guy talking about like a bunch of different anime that are kind of similar, like Vinland Saga, ReZero, Free Ren, and To Your Eternity, where they're very like slow paced and they don't really have a lot going on as far as like combat goes. And it's fucking Hank Hill.
We don't fish for the fish. 90% of what I like about this sport, and it is a sport, is sitting in the boat for 5 hours doing nothing.
It's that
So
fucking
fair.
It's that fucking quote where he's like, we don't fish for the fish, we sit there in a boat for 5 hours doing nothing. That's what we love about
All right.
it.
Perfect example of this then is Windbreakers season 2 might have a falling off point for some people, some individuals.
Actually, I haven't watched it yet. I want to though, because I watched the entirety of the first season in my Mabinogi guild, and I was like, damn, this is really good.
Where the first season succeeds, the second amps it up even higher. So yeah, you're missing some real. You're missing one of the top anime seasons for this season of anime. I think it's one of the best standout seasons, just for overall emotional tones and everything. Because Fire Force, my god, has been fucking holding me back.
What about
I just needed to get to the big battles at the end. I just want Fire Force to finally start popping off for the ending.
What about fucking... Damn it, what's it called? I'm trying to find it. It's like it is like disappeared off of my anime list.
Lazarus?
Oh,
Jimmy Hero X?
I mean, what Lazarus? Oh no, I was gonna name a bad one. I was gonna name like something actually horrible, yeah, but I can't find it. Here it is. The beginning after the end. That is like one of the worst adaptations I think I've ever seen.
I feel like,
and I'm a fan of I'm Standing on a Million Lives.
just everybody can want something else out of anime. You can have a genre you prefer, but I do feel like the same with gaming and every other media genre, you'll never get your full experience unless you're starting to go around and dip your toes in everything. I'm not saying everybody needs to go and get like a BL or something. I'm just saying...
This is why I watch fucking everything. Because if I can separate the trash from the heat pretty effectively, you know?
He is insane, and don't follow his example. The best thing you can do is find something that looks like it's going to be in your wheelhouse, and don't stick with it if it's slop.
Like, I've been killing slimes for 300 years, that newest season. Not as good as the first season, unfortunately.
I mean, it's a reverse harem.
This is true, but I don't have a problem with that. My problem is, like, the first couple of episodes were a recap, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
The first couple? The first couple. One should be...
The first
episode.
The first one was like deep recap.
Yeah, it should. If the first one is going to be, if you're going to do that, I would much prefer them to release like a shortcut episode right before the season to be like, hey, this is a recap.
Yeah, like a preview episode or something. Yeah, like an episode like 0.5 or some shit. Episode 0.
Well, I think the perfect example is there's a Don movie that's coming out right now. And that is the next 3 or 4 episodes to end off the arc that they left you at the end of the last season.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard, the first 15 minutes of the episode is just a recap to get you where you need to go. And I think that's fine.
Yeah.
But you should release that like ahead of time or something.
And also in the new episode in the new season of I've Been Killing Slimes, they have hella flashbacks. Hella fucking flashbacks. So like literally every single episode is like I love everything we've come through to get to this point, and then she has a flashback and it's like fucking 5-10 minutes, and then it gets done with the flashback, and then she goes, yeah, that was awesome. And then they go and like make tea or do something like save somebody, build a house. And I'm like, god damn it, you could have just not done the flashback. Why? We literally saw this happen last season.
Yeah. Do you think it's because they lacked content? Like they just didn't have enough to make an entire anime season?
Yeah, I think so. Either that, or they didn't want to fit a different arc in one season, and the season might have just been shorter as far as an arc goes, so they wanted to like pad it out.
So, a couple of my favorite web novels and stuff over time have gotten actual anime adaptations, but they're in that bad 3D.
Mm-hmm.
If they're one of the top airing shows on my anime list, do you think it's in my heart's best interest to actually go and view it?
Wait, hold on. Repeat that one more time.
So on my anime list, one of the top actual airing seasons is from a web novel that is currently going through and getting like an actual adaptation and everything.
Yeah.
It was a manhwa, but it's like an old school manhwa, not like Solo Leveling manhwa. It's like an old school manhwa with the older art. And so when they go to adapt it, they adapted it with 3D style of animation.
Yeah.
Do you think, considering the fact that it's one of the top airing anime, do you think I owe it to myself to actually go back and try to watch it? Even though it's in that one 3D art style that's just like, oh.
I think so, and here's my reasoning. Have you ever seen Arpeggio of Steel?
Yes.
So, I watched Arpeggio of Steel knowing I was going to hate the art style because it's like really bad 3D, like 2014 CGI.
Ooh.
I watched it, and when I finished it, I was like, wow, I actually loved that.
It's even worse because both of them are up to like, I think the first one's up to its 5th season and the second one's up to its like 12th. I have to catch up, man.
Is one of them doesn't happen to be fucking, hold on, let me see if it's in the continuing.
Battle Through the Heavens?
Oh, okay, no, I was thinking of okay, here's continuing. Oh yeah, I was thinking of Our Last Crusade or The Rise of the New World. Because I've been watching season 1 of that, and it is bad. And this
No,
shit has like fucking. Let me see if I can like find out how many episodes it has. Because I saw that it was on like maybe season 3 or some shit, or it had like a ton of episodes, like 100 episodes or some shit, and I was like, God damn, this shit is still going.
To Be Hero X has not been disappointing me, though I feel like it fell off a little bit after Nice.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to keep seeing Nice. I do like Cyan though. Cyan is really cool.
I do like the reverse they're doing, where they're explaining out the story and evolving the world backwards.
Mhm.
Because at the end of this, we're supposed to get one episode of just Hero X. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out.
I am super confused right now though, because I don't know what kind of point they're trying to get across with the story. Because normally, like, every story has like a conclusion that's supposed to teach a lesson, or I mean, some stories their lesson is that there is no lesson, you just get fucked. But this one, it doesn't seem like there's a overarching lesson so far.
Nice seemed to have been taken out by a bad version of E-Soul. Well,
Yeah.
Moon seemed to have been killed by a nice version of E-Soul. We got to see E-Soul's story about how he dethroned the other E-Soul and how he was being manipulated in the background.
And now we're watching how Cyan became, like, essentially Miku.
I do enjoy that they try to connect the stories together, but the previous one implied murder, and this connection is just that the other party was at a concert at the time. He had skipped an actual Lucky Cyan concert, and that's the reason for the connection. Though, I will admit, I loved Lucky Cyan's story, and I did get emotional on the last episode. I loved the plane scene.
Yeah, I haven't watched the newest episode yet. I don't think. Hold on.
Son of a bitch! You
Let me
should really
look.
watch it. I definitely feel like it redeems a good portion of her arc.
I don't. So it comes out every Wednesday, right?
No, every Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, maybe I did watch it. Hold up. Oh, I did not watch it. It's episode 10. Okay, I'm on episode 9 right now.
You son of a bitch.
And you know why I haven't watched it?
Huh.
Because
You're tired of songs?
no, because Friday I went to that health clinic and I was there for like almost 7 hours. And they said come back tomorrow, so I woke up at 5 a.m. the next day on Saturday and then had to go to that clinic again. So I was like, okay, awesome, love that. And then Sunday, I streamed for like 4 hours on Sunday. And then went to bed immediately after, so.
That's honestly fair. But now we're at this wonderful podcast. Yay.
Oh yeah.
Still waiting for our co-hosts.
It's so
our
funny.
Other co-hosts.
They're just like fucking gone.
It's so funny because it sounded like Kazu was really excited to talk about Metal Gear stuff earlier and the Spaceballs stuff and all the things and all the news, and where is he?
You think he got like so excited that he turned into like a dog and started panting, and now he's like now he's like passed out from overexertion?
No, I think his family probably took him to something, or he had to go do something against his better will, because I know he would rather be here talking with us about the wonderfulness that is Konami.
They recently made a really bad decision for Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, but that's because the guy who runs the Yu-Gi-Oh! Division sucks ass.
This is true. Well,
the guy who runs the gaming section?
Not even like
acing it.
No, it's funny because there's multiple people that run the Yu-Gi-Oh! Section. The dude who runs Konami NA sucks ass, and the people who run Konami Japan are like they've done a lot of good and they've done a lot of bad. It's like they're middle of the road. Because Konami Japan is like every card is super affordable, but their ban list makes no goddamn sense.
Well, yeah, you have to have... I would rather have a ban list that doesn't make sense versus a ban list that does make sense.
So you want to go to locals and it just be pure fucking chaos?
Yeah, I want it to be like, dude, this deck has been running metas for the last 5 years, and now it's completely worthless because he banned this one card, and everybody's panicking now because of it. I want them to just like randomly come out and just start targeting random teams and cut decks. I want them to release a new set and then ban a random card from the set
Zach.
just out of nowhere.
Zach, I have to tell you this. You're gonna bust a load. This is crazy, by the way.
What did they?
They
do
gave
the exact thing?
no, they made Mystical Space Typhoon negate. MST negates now.
What?
Yeah. You know the meme where people were like MST negates and it was a joke? Because it doesn't actually negate anything. They made support that says that if you use MST to destroy a spell trap, you can negate a card on the field.
That's great. That's the kind of shit I need.
And it's an entire deck based on Mystical Space Typhoon. It is so fucking funny.
It'd be like if they suddenly said, guys, Pot of Greed, now if you don't like one of your cards, you can shuffle that card back into your deck and draw another one.
It is literally the equivalent of making a deck completely based on Alligator Sword and making it good.
Oh.
Dude,
good.
it's so funny. Also, we got better pricing recently.
Levi, we're talking about the wonderfulness that is, I would just love old decks for card games, just all of a sudden out of nowhere, just getting random effects given to them again.
Maybe.
I need the CEO of Konami to be doing Yu-Gi-Oh type or Yugi type shit during card games. Like, fuck it. Dark Magician needs to be good again. I need Dark Magician to win the next tournament. That's the kind of shit I need the guy to be good. Running Yu-Gi-Oh to be talking about.
I really want them to make Dark Magician good, but every time they release new support for the deck, it's super expensive.
They should release an all-new Yugi deck, and it just has some of the bullshit effects that it seemed like Yugi was bringing into the game, into the actual...
No, they do. They have a deck, it's called, I think it's called Gold Sarcophagus, and it has every single deck that Yugi ever played combined in one.
Oh!
And, like, it has Silent Magician, it has all the Magnet Warriors, it has Karibo, it has fucking everything in it. And it's so cool. It's got Gandora. It's so cool. But it's expensive, and that's the only downside. Because every time they make like a Kaiba or Kaiba or Yugi deck, it's always a lot of money.
Alright, enough about card games. Our buddy Levi's here, so we better talk about cool shit.
This is
and
true.
Besides that, the image of fucking Mel Brooks repping Spaceballs merch when they actually can sell Spaceball merch is wild to me and hilarious.
I enjoyed that the merch is literally just, it says Spaceballs, the sweatshirt.
But what about Spaceballs the video game, or
Spaceballs
the
flamethrower.
lunchbox? Yeah, Spaceballs the flamethrower.
I still love that. Is every single piece of merch in that goddamn gift shop was just labeled the thing it was with Spaceballs in front of it. It was the greatest bit that they could ever do, is just make a bunch of illegal merch that they were never going to sell for the movie. I wonder if Disney would just be like, you know what
the fuck? That's not what copied.
You guys can
Wikipedia
finally
symbol.
just the one for all games, the fandom wiki.
Yeah, I clicked copy image and just copied that for some reason.
So
There we go.
gaming's been cooking. There's been several announcements over the last weekend, including which a gaming event that you yourself, Levi, were not able to attend, but that was work related.
Yeah.
Did you go through any of the events to see if there was anything strong contenders that you were looking at?
What all was announced again? I don't remember.
Well, here, I'll make it extremely easy.
Dune
There's
Awakening
the
is out now.
PlayStation one. Nobody cares about that.
I kind of care. I want to play it.
Dune the Asleeping more like it.
I was actually going to ask Levi
Oh,
if he wanted to play Dune Awakening.
Maybe someday, but I'm broke right now.
Damn, that office job. You just walk in, they fucking steal your wallet.
I don't know. Let's see. For the PlayStation one, got 007. That's pretty cool.
The
But
007's really nice with Hitman. Pragmatic was also really nice to see.
I don't know what that is, but I really don't care.
It was a game announced like quite a bit of time ago, and everybody was just excited to see what it was going to be. Silent Hill F, just because Silent Hill. Neo 3 looks like it's evolving into its best form. Oh, how could you not be excited? Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater got more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I do feel like it's really funny that Konami is making Delta like a threat every single time they make an announcement. They always announce something new and then just put "and more" at the end of every trailer.
You know, so this actually reminded me of something. So I have a friend who like really hates Konami. I mean, understandable, you know, but
they've been making shit decisions all up until recently.
Yeah, and
I
I
have a question. Sorry, before we go off on topic on that.
Yeah, you're
about
good.
Pragmata.
Yeah.
The fucking main character like fucking 12.
No, you're like the guy and the girl working together.
Okay, but why does she look 12?
I don't know, man. I haven't played it. I haven't looked into it.
She looks
Weird
like, dude, she looks like one of those
things.
fucking glass dolls that your grandmother would collect.
She's a weird tech, I don't know, cyborg called an angel, and she has heavenly energy inside of her, and she's helping you deduce, I don't know.
Hold up. Cyborgs with heavenly energy. You're combining mechanics and divinity. That doesn't work out. I don't know how this game's going to work out. This seems a little iffy to me.
I actually haven't read any of the description of it, Levi. I could be blowing pure smoke. Final Fantasy Tactics is getting a remake, which looks solid because they're fucking really overhauling it.
Or...
Wow. Ghost of Yote?
Alright, that's alright. I never finished the first one, though.
That's fair. We're getting more actual gameplay and everything about it. It looks like you get a wolf companion in this one. You don't want to play Baby Steps, the game in which your character is attempting to make his way to take a shit.
That one is funny, but
other than that, there wasn't too much on the actual state of play that I think a lot of people were real stoked about.
Summer Game Fest. What do you got here?
Jeff Keighley trying to shuffle Kojima off of the stage as fast as possible.
He didn't want to get made fun of again this year.
Don't care. Liza P. Don't care.
Damn.
Dynamite. Don't care. Wu-Tang. Don't care.
You don't care about the Wu-Tang Clan? Levi, see, this is why you're a terrible gamer. You don't care about anything.
Get this
I
fraud
have
out.
never once listened to Wu-Tang Clan in my life. I don't give a shit about their music or anything.
Yeah, but you went through like 9 games and said don't care. What do you care about, huh? Why do we even have you here if you just don't care about anything? All you care about is the survival. You just want to build your little shit hut at the edge and own dinosaurs? Is that what you want, huh?
There's a Game of Thrones War for Westeros game. It's a real-time strategy.
I never thought I'd see the day where Zach doesn't gaslight me first thing during the podcast. I'm free.
You'll get your shit.
You know that.
Get your shit.
You know that picture of the dude like breaking his chains in the sunset? That's me right now.
Don't you even think you're going to escape this with the fact that we finally get a game from Game Freak that isn't Pokemon and it's generic action beast game?
Dude, that just solidified me being done with Pokemon with Game Freak, dude.
It was so bad. It looked so generic immediately, and I'm like, could you not do anything that made it look exciting?
That's not the worst part. The worst part is it looks like a competent game that it doesn't run like shit, and the graphics look good. And I was like, where is that for Pokemon, man? I was so done.
You know what? Hold on. You know what the true thing we should all be talking about, because I know Levi will enjoy this one too. Night Rain didn't come to Nintendo because it couldn't run on Nintendo, and that's why they got Dusk Bloods. Didn't want them to feel left out.
Dude, I was so like, I saw their new game and I was like, this is what they're doing instead of trying to make their fucking Pokemon games run on the Switch. Like, what? I was like, no wonder the past 2 games have been dog shit. They've been fucking putting all their energy into this, I guess.
Levi, are you getting a Switch?
No.
He is like the last person here that I think would get a Switch.
But he
Why
didn't
would
get a...
I
Okay.
ever buy any Nintendo console until they actually make them worthwhile?
Ooh, see, this is a good question.
I would genuinely think that I would be the first one to get a Switch before Levi.
Well,
And I'm both broke and already decided I'm never buying a Switch 2.
Okay, so there was a reason to ask him specifically for this exact question, and that was, I believe out of everyone here who is pragmatic to Nintendo, it's Levi. But he's also the one who knows the overall gaming history, so he knows that Nintendo has released good consoles. So out of everybody's opinion, I can trust him to be like, it's still not a good deal. Because everybody... No.
If they made it actually worthwhile, baby.
But, like, when's the last worthwhile console in everybody's eyes that Nintendo has made? Is it the Wii? Is it the DS?
It's definitely got to be the Wii.
I think the Switch was a pretty good console. It's just like, had a bunch of fucking... I mean, it had a bunch of issues from launch to, like, end
Look
of
at it
life.
this way, right? The Wii was like a new thing. It was unique. Nobody had ever done it before. It had unique games. Everything was like there. It was self-contained. It was great. And then you got the Switch, and it just runs like fucking dumbed-down graphical versions of other games. And it's like, why would I play it here when I can play it anywhere else?
Yeah.
Unless you're getting it specifically for like Mario Kart or Mario Party, in which case, you're a fucking idiot.
It does have the double utility of being like a mobile console, though. Like, you can pick it up, take it on the go with you.
Steam Deck does the same thing.
This is
That's
true, but the Steam Deck didn't come out until much later.
We also had the main problem here, in which a bunch of console makers are actually releasing their own handhelds now. Sony's working on theirs. Xbox's is coming out later this year.
Now
They're
Nintendo's
teaming
like,
up
we gotta pick it up, man.
Dude, Nintendo should be sweating right now. Even though they're like selling out of consoles right now, this is a slow console launch. Like, people have actually been able to get consoles. That's kind of worrying. That's saddening.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about the Switch 2 is it's not selling nearly like as fast and as well as the Switch 1, which means that this might be a failure in their eyes.
I think they still want to treat it as a success because it's selling so well and doing so well in numbers, but my god, does it feel like
to them,
I feel like they
you can tell when they make a good console based off of how the sales are like day one. If it was like the Wii was like fucking nuts, and then the Wii U was like no one remembers it.
I think everybody has the same opinion about the Switch 2, is that it just feels like it came out too late. It feels like it should be the Pro version of the Switch, and we should have had a better increase.
I agree. They
overall.
probably should have released the Switch 2 like
more like the Switch 1.2.
They should have released it like maybe 2 years after the Switch 1 as like a Switch Pro.
Yeah. Clearly they had been sitting on this for quite a bit of time. All of the Switch details had been leaked far before the actual announcement.
Yeah.
So, it's just, I don't know. I feel like in the console war right now, Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox are getting together like thieves. And I feel like Nintendo might be left out in the cold this gaming season.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like they're slowing down as a major company.
I know
What,
that
you mean
there's
$80 slow ass bad Mario Kart's not gonna cut it for him?
Yeah.
It's funny because Mario Kart, I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about it. I've heard either people fucking love it or they fucking hate it. There's no in between.
Watch gameplay, and I can think you can take a guess for yourself how I'd feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I looked through the,
It is
the
very
gameplay
luck-based.
footage and everything. And my problem is that they took out a bunch of cool features to put a bunch of cool features in. The same problem I have with Game Freak. They're like, to get this to where we need it to be, we need it to be different. And I think that would have been fine, but I wish they would have gone full open world Mario Kart at the beginning of the Switch. Like, I wish World would have been the announcement, not 8.
Fair.
I wish we would have gotten a giant open world Mario Kart at the announcement of the Switch instead of 8, because it just felt like we went from... It feels like this should have been the Switch. Everything is performing better in what it should be at stable 60 frames on so many, just a variety of games. And everybody is always telling me that it's just better than what the Switch was.
It is really funny though, and because I think a lot of the issues with the original Switch
Are solved in the
were
2.
not only that, but a lot of the issues on the original Switch weren't there on launch really, because Zelda played really well on it, Splatoon played really well on it, Smash played really well on it, but when you have incompetent game companies like Game Freak, its flaws are more exaggerated.
Like, are you guys
Or I guess
PS6?
prominent.
Would you buy a PS6? Depending on price.
You know, you can find one maybe.
Yeah, depending
Yeah,
on
what game
price,
you
yeah.
work.
I don't know if
I
I...
feel like there's still not enough games to justify the fucking PS5 I've seen on my shelf.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I would wait a couple years for the PS6, because I'd have to see if it's worth it.
Like, I remember having a PS2 and having literally fucking shelves upon shelves of games, and like
Mhm.
everything was coming out and everything was new. And now it seems like games just don't come out anymore.
Hmm.
Or
you
if
get,
they
like,
do come out,
maybe
they don't
4 or
get physical
5
editions.
Yeah, you get like 4 or 5 big releases a year, and that's it. So you end up with a fucking console that's 8 years old with a fucking
2 games on
library of maybe 100 games. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Like, I feel like I didn't get the hours played out of my PS5 that I necessarily wanted to.
I'm thinking I probably wouldn't get a PS6. Primarily because, I mean, I've got a PC, I just do everything on the PC that I do on a PS6 and without having to pay a fucking online subscription.
We're getting real close to them just making their own actual launchers for computer. I've been joking that the console makers should just actually make their own OSs for PC, and then people can just rotate through the OS that they want to launch, just like on. Everybody's going to Linux. You just mark my words. We're getting closer.
Oh man. Anyway, sorry. Back to these announcements.
Oh,
from
yeah,
Game
yeah.
Fest. We got a few new ones here. We got Mads Mikkelsen and Hitman. Very cool.
True.
Playing
He
Lashif
got
from Bond.
he got kicked out of. He died in Death Stranding to be reborn back into an old role.
Death Stranding 2, obviously. Yeah, very cool.
Oh man, that Game of Thrones one I was memeing on.
Dude, the Game of Thrones looks sick. It's a real-time strategy. There's no gameplay though. It's just a trailer.
Yeah.
What about Killer In?
Dude, I was excited Scott Pilgrim is getting a new co-op brawler.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
It
it's
looks pretty
alright.
good too, because the old one... I mean, the new one looks way more detailed compared to the old one.
Well, it's a new entry, so it's gonna have
Yeah.
a new story, and that's why I'm excited.
And aren't they using their new outfits for the new game too?
Yeah, from the newest Scott
The
Pilgrim.
anime, I think.
Yeah,
Guys,
Saves the World.
Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
Man.
Got
Dude.
Hey, Miko and Steve.
Okay.
Dude.
Let's cross the conversation again. People have been fucking clouding on Mario Kart because of Sonic Racing.
I actually
I'll be
really
right
want to play
back.
Sonic
My
Racing.
food's here, so I'll be right back.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
But
But continue.
Zach, The Scott Pilgrim anime was fucking awesome, man. I love the Scott Pilgrim anime.
They nailed it. I think the fact that afterwards they were releasing the new colorization for the old books was absolutely phenomenal. I still need to pick it up. I wanted to pick up the collector's edition for Expedition 33 because they restocked it as the Monolith edition, just so I could get the cool paintress and everything with the 33. Oh my god, Expedition 33 is so beautiful.
Isn't it so fucking good? I actually think I need to turn my difficulty down though. That game is hard.
Yeah?
It's fucking hard, man.
Yeah, but are you parrying everything? Come on.
No, I've been dodging and it's still tough.
No, you pussy. You shouldn't be dodging. You gotta parry everything.
I tried. I can't, man. I'm not good enough.
How much vitality and defense have you been investing?
None.
None. That's exactly the right answer.
Everything in luck and damage, baby. Ah!
That's the true gamer way. Fuck, why do I need this stat here?
It is so funny, because I think my issue would be solved if I put points in health and defense, but I'm just like, fuck that, dude. I want to see big number go boom.
We should talk about difficulty settings now, because it is a different conversation that we wanted to talk about as well. But we can easily talk about it for Expedition 33, because there was a patch to make the story mode extremely easy. Or at least easier for people.
Oh, thank God, because I really just want to go through the story. the combat, I'm like, I don't need it. I just want to see the story at this point. I've been playing for like fucking 14 hours and I'm in Act 1 still.
Dude, you're in Act 1? I'm already in Act 2. It's been great.
Dude,
I'm booking it. I've been parrying everything. I'm fucking shaking up the world.
It sucks because it's one of those games where I feel like if I don't talk to everybody, then I'm missing out. And if I don't look everywhere, then I'm missing out. So I'm like, I have to do everything. It's like Baldur's Gate 3.
I also think an issue you might be having is the fact that you're streaming it at the same time means that your timings are probably slightly off.
Yeah, and also the issue with controller and keyboard is, specifically on PC, if your mouse appears, it eats your input. Which sucks because my mouse randomly like appears on my screen. I don't know if it's like a USB thing or... I really don't want to like reach all the way back to my PC.
Oh yeah, we had this conversation again. You plug it in. yeah, we had this exact. We're talking about difficulty
Expedition
settings in
33
video games. Yeah. How much do you care about difficulty settings in video games that you've played? Like, say if a
change them, I'll be honest. I just leave it on default.
That's fair. The reason this main conversation has been coming up is because Lies of P introduced a difficulty setting and made 2 easier difficulties and 2 harder difficulties in the game.
So does that do? Just change enemy health or what?
Yeah, it just plays with the numbers and stuff on how much damage they're doing and how much damage you're taking and stuff on all that along. It's well balanced across.
Gotcha.
It's balanced for the original difficulty. And then when you just change the difficulty, it just changes the output numbers. You're doing more damage, they're doing less to you. Blah.
Okay.
I will say I wish more games had like actual difficulty as opposed to just giving enemies more health, making them tankier.
Or doing the Night Rain thing where they're like, give them a fuck ton of AoEs on their attacks when they change phases.
The main problem that people have been having is just everybody bitching and moaning that it's going to ruin the game. But I think as long as it's balanced around the original difficulty, you don't have a problem.
Yeah, I like if they have like their default difficulty, which is how they intend you to play the game.
Yeah. Then
lower difficulties can just be them being like, we're gonna make this shit like stupid easy.
I do have to say, Lies of P has added a bunch of things into the formula in the recent update, and previously, that I feel like the Souls games could really, really improve upon themselves with. Like, you want to know what they just added in the most recent update? When I go to level up, I can just press a button and it switches over to all the souls I have in my backpack, and I can just use them there and then level up my character.
That's pretty nice. Not having to find a fucking campfire every time.
Huh.
I got my package.
Very nice.
Dude, Nice package.
Dude.
That
Thanks.
reminds me, by the way.
Yeah, what does
Um,
that specifically remind you of?
Some dude telling me
No.
a nice package, apparently.
So, I guess a couple
Where the
things,
fuck
because I
put my
don't...
knife? What
I-
the fuck?
I know I mentioned one of these things to you guys a while ago, or like a day or two ago. So, the first one, which I think is the most relevant, is Monster Patch recently sent me the survey for them to put my character in their game.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I got to name my character, choose their appearance, pick the team of monsters that they get to use at the battle tower. And also I got to choose my name, how my name would be displayed in the credits at the end of the game.
Nice.
For your actual name or your VTuber name?
VTuber name.
Interesting.
So
What if
I
you ever change your name?
Yeah, now it's gonna be wrong.
if I ever change my name, it'll be a cold day in hell, I think.
That's
But,
hilarious considering you've already rebranded twice.
hey, none of them were
No,
my
he
name
changes
though.
his looks.
Yeah. The name is consistent.
The demon is not.
This is true. Also, I've
I was gonna
changed my
say,
looks
yeah,
more than
I guess the VTuber name is consistent. It's just like I know your Roblox name changes all the fucking time.
my Roblox name does change all the time.
Dick Thick'em.
That's because on
Currently what
Roblox
it
it's
is.
like on Roblox it's free.
Asthma fucking Vicia, fucking whatever the fuck else you went by.
Fucking
Vesteria. No.
Well, I changed my name to Vocaloid on there for a little bit because I kept going to on tap and just like playing music as a Vocaloid.
That's fucked up.
I kept routing that mic.
Damn right.
Guys, they're here. My light bulbs.
Dude, what kind of light bulbs did you get? I'm actually
Uh,
curious because I like prefer Philips. You know, I know they're quite expensive.
Yeah,
but
I like
feel
Philips
like they
heads
have a good
too.
quality.
These are these are lighting inside.
All right. What?
Very
what?
nice.
What? Is there anything special about the bulbs?
Very on the
Yeah, they're
mark.
smart. They're smart, like RGB bulbs.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Dude,
So I
did
can
they come
like,
with the
dim
remote?
them. No, I have a phone, app phone.
Oh.
Ah,
Hopefully it's not one of
bad.
those apps where they're like, give us your money.
All right.
I know some
Off
people
a-
get scammed by that.
Yeah, another cool thing, now that we're talking about packages and things that we've been receiving and things, I've been slowly collecting board games from my past that are currently shaped like books, so I can store them on our bookshelves.
Board games shaped like books? What does that mean?
Oh, hold on.
You
Let me
mean
go
just
grab
regular
one.
fucking boxes of board games or what?
They're like Yahtzee, Taboo, all the classics. Hold on, let me go to their website. They have a bunch of them. There is 22 of them right now, including Life.
What? They're just shaped like books?
Yeah,
Let me see these things.
hold on. You'll like them. It's actually really cool.
Damn, son.
And these are boxes for games.
Yeah, they have games inside them.
That's pretty
The
sick.
full
I
games.
can't lie.
Yeah, right? We slowly been starting to collect all of them, and yeah, just because I love playing both weird nerd board games and also retro games,
Mhm.
so it just feels nice to collect them over time. What
You're-
what's another one of your wonderful announcements?
You reminded me that I have to remake my manga collection.
Yes.
Damn. Did you... Oh my god, I thought you dyed your hair purple for a second. Because the lighting, like, made your hair color change. That was so weird. I was like, what the fuck, when did you
My-
dye your hair purple?
Oh, just because of the
Yeah, but the other announcement, is, I have a new phone coming in.
Mhm.
Because
Yep,
Nuffy
we
is a
know.
fucking sweetheart, yeah.
We know.
Yeah. we saw.
We were cracking jokes about it the other day, don't worry.
We talked
Damn.
about it.
We
What
asked when
else?
you're gonna start dating.
Fucking, what was I gonna say? Yeah, my Pixel
Yeah,
3 is
Andrew.
fucking dog shit.
He says he's on his way.
Yeah.
Thank God. My husband.
We derailed all conversations.
We did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my Pixel
We-
3's a fucking piece of shit, so I was complaining about it to Nuffy. And she was like, oh hey, there you go, by the way. And I was like, what? I got the notification on Twitter and I was like, no fucking way.
That's fair.
And then what was yeah, this one came out of fucking left field. So I'm going to a tournament on Saturday, right? And this one's kind of important because they're doing a pre-release for a new Yu-Gi-Oh set. Harrison has to pull, or he bought a box that he has to pull a very specific card out of. And he went to some Chinese restaurant today and got a fortune cookie. And the fortune cookie literally says, unexpected surprises will mark your Saturday, which is the day we're going to that tournament for him to hopefully pull the thing he needs from the box. So he was like, it's written in stone. I told him, no fucking way.
I shit you not. Earlier today, I was talking with Bree about the Liza P3 vinyl set that I Am 8-Bit was selling, and it was sold out. And I'm like, you know, hopefully though with the DLC and everything, it'll come back in stock. Like 10 minutes later, I get a notification in my email that it had become back in stock. Literally went to the website, was not in sale the previous day, looked at it, and I was just like, holy shit. Oh my god. I'm manifesting things. Oh god.
Oh, we had to drop a deposit off for the house. Oh, nice.
Yeah, they'll be moved into that bad boy soon.
I'm glad that they found another place that is actually, like, really cool.
It was still really strange to me that nobody else went to, and it was only his sister. I was just like, that seems really weird, since she's not going to be living there.
They're gonna move in, it's gonna be haunted.
It's obviously going to be haunted. It has to be spooky.
Imagine getting back shots from a ghost.
Another thing.
Just gonna ignore that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore that. I'm gonna ignore your Slimer commentary.
That's awesome.
God, I gotta put in the order for the Death Stranding 2 Collector's Edition for Kazu. And then I have to order myself a heart.
What if he's watching? He might know now. It ruins for us.
No, it's fine. He already knew.
Oh.
Me saying it was mainly because I knew he could have joined at any second, but we already talked about it.
Well, fair enough then.
I've been playing MMO a lot lately, though.
I've been streaming Poke MMOs so much.
I streamed 7 hours yesterday. Isn't that fucking crazy? 7 hours for me is like, that's rough.
And your greatest event was you playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, literally, I had like there were fucking 20 people watching me on YouTube yesterday, just playing Yu-Gi-Oh with Harry, and I was like, this makes sense because my YouTube content is all Yu-Gi-Oh, so
yes,
everyone literally saw that. I guarantee you, all of my subscribers saw that, and they're like, holy shit, he's actually doing something he makes content about? What the fuck?
Wow. Well, fucking careful.
As opposed to like, oh man, here's a podcast and like
you're always saying how
gaming.
you don't want to pigeonhole yourself into something, and then you pigeonhole yourself into something.
No, and you know what's funny? The only reason I streamed Yu-Gi-Oh yesterday was because Harry didn't want to make a second Discord account to make his phone camera be able to stream his stream his board, and then have the other one be watching my stream through Discord. So he was like, I'm too fucking lazy for that. I was like, okay, so our only option here, since you're not gonna like fix this, is I have to live stream us playing the game, and you have to watch it on Twitch. And he was like, I'm down. I was like, god damn it, alright. So I turned the stream on, and this was the greatest thing. He gets
Is
in.
it just is it just a slight delay between him
No,
making his moves?
the delay. At one point, there was like a fucking 40-second delay. So he would be sitting there watching it, and he's like, "Oh, dude, hold on, I got an ad," and I was like, "I have to sit here and wait for 30 seconds now. That's awesome." And I was like, "Just watch it on YouTube, bro." And he was like, "Are there ads on YouTube?" I was like, "Fuck no! If you got an ad blocker." And
No, I mean, well,
Or,
yeah,
well-
we have premium. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. I'm a paying customer.
how's it going, Teletubby? Hope you're doing well. But I was like, no, go watch it on YouTube. So he goes on YouTube, and the latency was worse because I have it on normal for YouTube,
Wait,
so
no,
that there's
no,
closed captions.
We're spreading misinformation. Live streams don't have ads on them.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so it just doesn't have ads, regardless.
Yeah, it's just a better viewing experience. I forgot. Let's not spread misinformation here.
Yeah. You gonna wake up the what now? But it was so funny, like, having him try to, like, watch me do my shit, and he's like, hold on. I'm gonna do this on that, and I'm like, fuck, I have to rewind now because that was like 40 seconds ago.
Alright.
I had a I guess by all technicalities a pro come into the chat and like watch us play too. And I was like, wow, that's really funny. Because the dude is either topped or won a YCS with the deck I was playing. And he looked at my deck list and he was like, this is like a pretty good deck list. The only thing that's missing is like the single card. And I was like, yeah, you know, I cut that because there were too many times where I'd see it. And I get pissed off because it's the only card in my hand and it doesn't do anything on its own. It was a pretty good experience. And then I played Pokemon for about an hour or two. After all that shit.
Yeah, later on in the evening, just hop back on.
Mm-hmm. And then the day before that, I played Pokemon for about 4 hours.
All right, well, this guy's only been playing 2 games. Levi, you been playing anything more different?
More different.
More different. I
More
didn't
different.
have to say it right, but you understood what I said.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, I play some different stuff. I'm thinking, like, what's more different than what I normally play?
We played Fast Penguins again. That was a great night.
Play Fast Penguins, yeah.
Anybody
I
want to hop on a free racing game?
Reinstalled Red Dead.
Ooh,
Nice.
have you gotten back into it yet?
I played once, and I found a random NPC with fire shooting out of his hands. And then I went on Reddit, and apparently that game is, like, overloaded with hackers worse than Grand Theft Auto Online before the
Wow.
big update where they brought it to, like, the next gen.
Wake him up, Teletubby.
So
Be my guest.
I'm so excited for GTA 6.
I'm sure it'll be fine. They just, like, completely fucking abandoned Red Dead for whatever reason.
Man,
They
it sucks
banned
Like, they
because
just fucking
everything.
forgot that game exists, yeah.
it sucks because I liked Red Dead's Online more than GTA 5's,
Dude, it's so much better.
right?
Well, that's because it was just more interesting riding around on a horse and doing cool shit back in the West than it was just robbing the same bank over and over again.
Yeah, doing the
Well,
same like
not-
2 heists.
Not only that, but also Red Dead, like, everything is larger and more spaced out. And you didn't know where everyone was at all times, so, like, people wouldn't fucking
Or-
fly across the map on a flying bike just to nuke you for fun.
Mm-hmm. You wouldn't randomly get like bent over by a dude on his fucking flying bike.
It's like GTA doesn't want to admit that some of their servers might be filled with toxic cheating assholes.
Well, they promote the toxic cheating assholes, though, because they give them things to do toxic cheating with.
What I need is the good old days where there wasn't toxic cheating. It was just griefing. I love
Remember the
old-fashioned
good old
griefing.
days when the worst thing you had to worry about was someone hijacking a fucking jet or a tank from the military base?
Don't you just love throwing missions in the original Red Dead? Just killing yourself in creative ways and going, sorry guys, that happened, that was weird. And then everybody else in the mission would be like, what the fuck, man, you're costing us the mission. I'm like, oh, that's woo. God, I love old days of griefing. Minecraft had a good example of it.
What else have I been playing here? Let's see.
Minecraft griefing on like
Was
the
so-
free open servers was like diabolical. You would walk in and your only purpose would be make TNT and then drop it on people's houses.
And then there would be other things, like you would just buy the plot of land next to somebody and then just put something on the land, like a giant dick or something, just so their property value was less.
Yeah.
I remember I got to be such a good moderator from one server, they gave me admin privileges, and then I just blocked off an entire section and built something massive over there that nobody could touch.
Dear God.
They're not allowed to touch my creations. God, what else? What else happened in the... oh, fuck. What else was I playing? Bree has been playing Expedition 33, and I've been playing Expedition 33 at my buddy's house. So, because he doesn't have enough time with all the games that he loves playing right now, I've been playing Expedition 33 at his house, unlocking his achievements. And then Bree has been playing here, unlocking my achievements.
Very nice.
Nice.
So it's really funny. I need to start a playthrough. I need to start recording, man. But I need to go through the rest of the Liza P DLC on just because I played through it on my regular account, then I'm playing through. I played on New Game Plus 3. That shit was difficult, man. I'm ready to get some more Expedition 33 under my belt. It's a great game. Game of the year. So good.
I agree. Game of the year, 1000%.
Raven's Watch. I've been playing some more Raven's Watch recently. For anybody who doesn't know, is a roguelike that is really cool. It has the characters inside of it are story characters. So you play as like Little Red Riding Hood, Aladdin. You can play as Wukong, and the newest characters they just added in were Romeo and Juliet.
But what about Nomeo and Juliet?
No, they're too fragile. Honestly, great game. They have a lot of difficulty to it. It's really cool how you unlock the story of the characters and the difficulty works, and it's really, really cool.
Apparently Paradox Soul is free on Steam right now.
Paradox Soul?
Yeah, and 2 Point Hospital is free on Epic right now.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
How many players is Raven Watch? I never looked it up. Oh, with up to 4 players in co-op. Ooh.
What is it?
Raven's Watch allows up to 4 people in co-op.
Damn.
Or, combat.
Very nice.
I enjoy, God, I can't think of his name right now. Fucking Flute Boy, Rat Tamer.
Pied Piper?
Yeah, the Pied Piper.
Man, I got this video pulled up from Zully the Witch.
Mm-hmm.
Or Zuli. I don't know how to pronounce it, whatever. 6 hours ago, Night Rain does heighten matter mechanically. Time to find out.
Dude, I think my favorite thing is I've randomly been receiving shorts of one of the new weapons that they added into Minecraft, and I just see somebody go up to the Wither or some of the other bosses, and they just fling themselves like 300 blocks in the air with this hammer, and then just come
the mace,
down and one-shot the thing, and I'm like, my fucking god, what are we even doing anymore? Gotta deal with these gosh darn hooligans over here making a mockery of games. Now, I want to get on to a little bit of a lighter note. My wonderful favorite company, Ubisoft. Harassment by Ubisoft executives left female staff terrified French courtiers. And by lighter topic, I mean I fucking hate my company that I love so much that just constantly comes out and gives me the worst.
Damn.
The lawsuits continue, and the executives were still terrible assholes. Hey, fire all those executives. I don't care if they have golden parachutes. You need to get them the fuck out of there. They're just a detriment to your entire gaming industry.
I agree.
Like, I had hoped with how all the shit went down with Activision and Blizzard, like there would be a culling of all the nastiness, and eventually we'd get to better products. But we haven't gotten there yet.
Man, I wish that golden parachutes in, like, legal contracting for CEOs was illegal. That shit is horrible. Like, yeah, let me bankrupt the company when I leave.
Horrible shit to happen in your company, you should be revoked of all your money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have a $350 million deal that gets handed to you out the door. Other than that, the PC game show showed a lot more games you'd probably be interested in, Levi.
What was that?
The PC game show. It had a lot of survival type co-op games in there.
Dude, you said PC and you like activated his fucking sleeper agent word. He was like, "What was that? What?"
There was a bunch of them. We're in a survival.
Neverwinter Nights 2 Enhanced. Oh baby, I'm cunning.
See, look, I fucking give him the right one, and he's just fucking, oh, look at this.
Is that? Wait, Neverwinter Night. That's not the MMO, is it?
No, Neverwinter is the MMO. Neverwinter Nights is the old fucking...
Oh, that's the one that we played together, right?
That we tried to play and we died immediately.
Dude.
And then Neverwinter Nights is the sequel. Neverwinter Nights 2 is the sequel.
We should try to play that again, because that was really fun.
I mean, we could definitely try to play that again, but I know we tried to start with like the DLC or the expansion campaign and died immediately, so...
Yeah. I'm down to try it again, though.
There's so many things announced in this show, and I'm just like, man, I don't care about any of them. Well, a bunch of them were announced during other shows, so that's mainly the reason why.
They made a fucking Moomin Troll video game.
Dear God.
Or a Moomin Valley game.
I only have a couple more things to talk about, and sadly, two of them were very much Kazu related.
Aw, damn.
Though one of them we actually do all care about, and that was Konami and the fact that they announced that the Silent Hill...
I mean, it's definitely more of a me and Levi game than a you and Kazu game, you know? Because I think it's a build survival.
I feel like Anakin... No, I love build survivals. My problem is that nobody allows me to build enough!
What are you talking about, bro? We literally let you build all the time.
No, the game doesn't allow me to build enough. They don't put enough supplies in for me to have detailed planning or allow me to expand in any way, shape, or form. That's why I love Minecraft, because I can at least do something in Minecraft.
That's fair.
Yeah, Minecraft definitely has a better...
I like Conan Exiles building with the hammer.
The Conan building is really good.
Too bad. Yeah. It allows for far more.
Ark is fucking terrible.
Ark is actually horrible, yeah. Doesn't help that we're playing like the version of it that looks less good too.
Well, it's not even that. It's just the entire building system. Like, you have to craft things in your inventory and then place them piece by piece, and it's just fucking...
Yeah, and then the weight system is, like, fucking atrocious, and you can't even climb your buildings to, like, make shit work. And then if you do climb them, you can't fall more than 5 feet without killing yourself.
This has been coming for a long time. I fucking hate it. There's nothing in any of these survival games. I hope Grounded 2 has an expanded building system, because that's my only major complaint about Grounded 1, is that you can't build a lot. You can build cool bases and everything, you just can't build anything else after a certain point.
Zach, I think you would like Enshrouded, because I think it's out right now.
I own Enshrouded. I love Enshrouded. It has a bigger, deeper building mechanic inside of it, but none of the other people in this call own Enshrouded.
Does Kazu own it?
I don't know actually.
Because if Kazu owns it, then I can give it a try. See if I like it. I do know that I
It's
want to
honestly-
play Dune Awakening eventually,
not-
though.
Uncharted is really cool, but it's also a game that's in early access, so like waiting on it would probably be more beneficial than anything else.
Yeah, it's only like, it's only $30, so it's like...
It's not too bad of a game.
Yeah, like, I feel like it's a game I could go back to. Kind of similar to Core Keeper and Stardew Valley.
There's places to go, bosses to defeat, things you
Mhm.
gotta do. There's a lot of multiplayer games I could see us playing. Definitely things to diversify from our usual multiplayer stuff.
It's so funny because I think that the reason Levi and I like Ark is because it's like the Dark Souls of base building games. That game just fucks you up constantly. There is nothing good about it. Like,
Yeah.
we were sitting there and we were trying to think of a way to like get the wyvern egg, and when we got the wyvern egg and ran all the way back to base, Levi was like, dude, you have to feed this fucking baby wyvern milk. And
Yeah. Get this right. Not only do you have to steal the egg, you have to set it like, around a bunch of campfires for 5 hours until it hatches. And you gotta keep those fires burning so it's hot enough. And then when it fucking hatches, it's a fucking baby for like 90 hours.
Mhm.
And you gotta feed it with wyvern milk, which you only get by tranquilizing adult wyverns.
So we were like,
Maybe.
you know, this would be cool if we had like 60 fucking other people in a clan with us. But with just the two of us, it might be impossible.
Levi, I feel like Pal World's the solution to this.
No.
Come on, man! Don't
It-
you want to shoot the creatures with a gun?
It is funny because Pal World, I do think, is a better game. But either way, like, I'm enjoying whichever one I'm playing. So I don't really care.
You don't want to support Nintendo. You don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, supporting Pal World is a direct middle finger to Nintendo. That is true.
I already own Pal World. I own it. What do you mean? I've already fucked Nintendo.
No, then why don't we play Pal World?
What do you mean? We literally played it together, Zach. You know I have it.
Oh, did we?
This is
Dude,
true.
It's been so long.
They also released their free DLC a little while ago, which is like it's that Japanese island or something, I think.
Yeah, they added more areas and stuff into it, and more things to catch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot. How long has it been since we played Pal World? That's right,
A year?
since January of last year.
Yeah.
And we've had so many more games we played.
No, it's funny because
January of last year? Mine says
Mhm.
February 21st of last year.
Oh damn. It is really funny though because Pal World came out like in between all of the heavy hitters that year.
That's true. And it made itself a heavy hitter, and then it went to the wayside, and then they're like, don't worry, we'll become heavy hitters again.
Mhm. Like I remember
I have to go
they
back.
released the DLC for their game and they almost broke record numbers again.
Levi, I have to go back. There's a big collab coming this summer, and I just can't miss it.
Are you talking about the Terraria Pal World one?
Of course, I'm talking about the
Wait,
Terraria Pal
Hold
World
on,
one.
what? What are they doing?
Yeah, they're kind of teaming up with Terraria for a collab.
Like for both games or
Of course, for both games. They never do it for but not both games. It's
Oh.
Terraria. They constantly are updating when I tell them they need to make Terraria 2.
Well-
And they're like, no, this is Terraria 2. And I'm like, okay.
you know what that means, Zach? We gotta get on Pal World and Terraria again.
Dude, I'm always back on Terraria. I never left. I'm the biggest Terraria simp in our group.
This
It's
is
my
true.
game. I return every update for Terraria because I love my baby and I'll always go back to it.
You play 685 hours of Terraria.
See? My baby. That was the worst part, Levi. I looked at that number not too long ago and I'm like, why does this number keep increasing? When I go back hard. I need to go back because I have,
What is your
things
most
that I
played
need to-
game?
When I go hard, I
It
go
is in
hard.
fact Terraria.
It is.
Oh my god, is it?
Yeah. His first most used program is OBS Studio. Followed by Terraria, then Fire Alpaca SE, and then Elden Ring.
That's good numbers. And then the one after that is Final Fantasy, and then reluctantly the one after that is DayZ. Sorry, I'm looking at games, not not like programs.
I know it's the finals, not Final Fantasy.
Oh, I said the finals.
You said Final Fantasy.
Did I say Final Fantasy?
Yeah, like you said Final Fantasy.
All right, fair
You know-
enough. Oh, well, I'm going insane.
It kind of sucks that damn, I need to put all my non-Steam games on Steam. Actually, I don't even know if your games list like shows you
Well, I just
non-Steam
Do I
games.
click on Marcus profiles just fucking gooner bait?
I did just purchase Fire
Got 'em.
Alpaca through the Steam store to support them, and then I also did just download OBS through Steam.
It is really funny because sometimes Levi's
See,
will, like,
Marcus's most played game is Final Fantasy 14 Online with somehow 4,710 hours.
that would be higher if I could actually like afford to keep that going for fucking forever.
It'd be lower if we took all the time you left it sitting open.
If you divide that by
You're right.
24, that gives you 196 full days
You're damn right.
of Final Fantasy.
And
You have a problem.
you know what's funnier? I have more time on Poke MMO, Mabinogi, MapleStory, and Roblox than I do on 14.
You have a problem.
Because I've been playing Mabinogi semi every day since 2010.
Marcus, you've dedicated legitimately almost half a year to your fucking
Yes,
Final
I have.
Fantasy.
Yeah, we. All right. So when's the MMO intervention?
MMO intervention.
Right now, this is what this is. This is happening.
Hold on.
This is happening. Oh,
Now I have to look at. Oh, the thing I was gonna say before is it's so funny because sometimes Levi will like see Gunner bait on my shit and his response will be, "Holy shit, look at them things," or his other response will be, "Dude, what is wrong with you, bro?"
you would be happy that a term is being coined in the sphere for you, Levi, to use to describe those games.
What?
Goon lights are being used to describe Wuthering Waves and all the other games that are just the giant MMOs that just focus on tits and ass.
Goon Light, is that what you just said?
Yes.
Amazing.
Why did someone put Levi? I love how on your Steam profile someone said "WAP worship and prayer." Post this on the wall of 5 friends to gain eternal forgiveness from Jesus.
Wait, hold up. Let me look at my profile. Was it fucking Adam? I think it was Adam.
It's Mariposa. I don't know who that is.
Is that Adam? Maybe let me check. Yeah, it's Adam.
WAP worship and prayer. Oh my god, I guarantee you, wasn't that like the song, but people were like turning it into like a fucking like a funny meme by saying worship and prayer instead?
I don't know. WAP is wet ass pussy.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Levi, his most played game is Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. 449
20
hours.
hours.
Okay.
Nice.
Let me look at Zach's profile.
I already told you what his most played game is.
Oh, I know, but I want to see the hours. OBS Studio, yeah, makes sense. Terraria at 685, okay. What the fuck is Fire Alpaca? Oh, is
It's
that your
my,
editing software?
No, it's my I use it to make thumbnails, art, just everything in between.
Ah, okay. We all have, like, the same hours on Elden Ring. That's great. I have to check
That's
Kazu's now.
impossible. I should have more.
I actually think I have more than you by 10 hours on Elden Ring.
That should be impossible. I put so much time into Elden Ring.
You had 339, I had 340 something.
I do
I'm
not
so
believe that you didn't
close.
just leave the game open.
Blade and Sorcery has nearly surpassed Starbound on my list.
Oh my god. We played
I have
Starbound a
120.
lot.
I have 123 hours on Starbound and 122.3 on Blade and Sorcery.
Dude, I did not play that much of Starbound, but that's because I had Terraria.
I'm so
Starbound
sad.
is the superior game.
It's not. It held up its own development, and the rest of it did not come out as it should have.
No, it's the
everybody would
superior-
have loved it. Would have come
superior
out
game.
all the way.
It's a complete finished game. What do you mean? Chucklefish never does anything wrong.
Yeah, Chucklefish has never done anything wrong.
I'm
They don't
s-
constantly have things coming out about them. No.
I'm so sad I can't look at Kazu's games to see like how much time he spent on them.
Why can't you?
I think he has them locked. Like I can only look at his inventory and his badges, I think. It's unfortunate.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's even weirder since you're in his family.
Yeah, that is, yeah. Interesting. Oh well. I only have 2 perfected games. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel and Counter-Strike 2, and I think Counter-Strike 2 was literally just play the game.
Yeah, I believe so. I also have 100% on Counter-Strike 2. But the other ones are Lies of P, Portal, and the people who fucked me over the years were Terraria because they kept adding content, so I don't have 100% anymore. Oh, I'm currently going for that Stanley Parable achievement right now. I wonder how many years it's been since I played. 22? 2 more to go.
I have one perfect game.
Hmm.
And it is not Counter-Strike.
Is it a
It
From
is
Soft game?
Subnautica.
Oh,
No.
Amazon.
I don't know how I didn't even know I finished this, but okay. Cool. Well, I guess there weren't any super hard achievements in this one.
Never mind. I just have to do the one where I have to play Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. That'll be easy.
The entire duration of a Tuesday.
Yeah. I already did the
Wait.
5-year one.
You just have to fucking let it sit for 24 hours on Tuesday.
Maybe. No, I think you have to actively play it. The game is very finicky about its requirements.
You have to actively play for 24 hours on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, the other one was don't play Stanley Parable for 5 years, and I did that.
I knew about that one.
What? That's an achievement?
Yeah,
Do you just
There's
like
also
set
one
your
for
clock
clicking on a door
forward?
430 times.
you could. I didn't.
You didn't set your... Wait, what? How do you not play a game for 5 years? Didn't it come out like recently?
No, that was the deluxe version. Stanley Parable has been out for a long time.
What the fuck?
What, you don't want to earn an achievement? All you have to do is not play a game for 5 years.
I mean, there's a lot of games in my library that meet that criteria.
That you haven't touched for well over 5 years. Yeah, see?
You wanna know what's funny though? Most of them are games that have been discontinued, like Aura Kingdom.
Oh, you can leave it running in the background to play it. Get it, by the way. You don't have to play it.
Oh, that's good.
Them with the fucking Bitcoin miner in the background, like fucking rubbing their hands
Damn
together.
it. God. Destiny 2. If I had my PlayStation hours on there for Destiny 1, that would be trivial. Sunhaven's surprisingly getting up there in hours. I still hate that my DayZ days were that long. I'm happy that Baldur's Gate 3 is perfectly at 200 hours.
Hell yeah. There's not even like a decimal there.
No, it's just flat 200. It's perfect.
Hell yeah, baby.
Okay, so you know how I said there were hackers in in Red Dead now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh.
Baldur's Gate I have 238 hours. 0.2.
So many games that I haven't finished with well over 100 hours in them. Oof. Eventually hit up each one of these,
It's so funny.
including
I
Satisfactory.
do have Mabinogi on my Steam games played, but I think that was before. Oh my god. That was from 2015, and I had 100 hours in it. That was one of my
Ooh.
other characters. Damn. Because I remember I switched from... I think I switched from the Nexon launcher to Steam, and then back to the Nexon launcher.
Mm. Oh, I just need this DLC to release for Castle Crashers so we can go back to it. Gonna get custom characters.
Zach, do you think Enshrouded is worth buying right now?
Right now,
Yeah.
probably either if it's on sale or not on sale, it's probably worth buying either way.
Okay, so either way, just get it.
If you want to try it, sure.
Hmm.
But we've been playing a bunch of other games right now, so I'm just also saying that it's not a top priority.
This
if
is
it's not
true.
on sale or anything.
Yeah. I think I'll wait until it's on sale.
Oh, there's so many things on sale currently in the shop. I don't think I ever played Wulong. Ugh. Ooh, I do need to pick up Phantom Pain and Metal Gear Rising though at some point.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't get the... I don't think during the Konami announcements we got the announcement of the Metal Gear Solid 2 collection.
Oh.
Which, kinda sad. Still waiting on those bad boys. But the other ones are on sale on Steam right now, so cool. They can take their time. They're doing good work right now in Konami, at least on the gaming side.
You see, Levi, if you really want to play a game with hackers in it, we can play Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Why would I ever do that?
Or we could play Titanfall 2.
Damn.
Why would I ever do that?
Or we could play the original Modern Warfare 2. And then you can instantly prestige all the way up because you enter a hacker lobby.
Can you gauge our interest just from the silence?
Oh yeah, I can tell how excited everybody is for the prospects.
Oh my god.
God.
Oh,
Other.
did you see what they added to the finals deck?
What did they add to the finals?
They added a new map and 3 new gadgets. They added the H+ infuser,
Oh
Which
yeah,
is
they
light.
were at.
light class thing that heals people.
Weren't they adding healing items for each of the classes? I saw the trailer. I didn't know what each of them were.
Well, sort of. They also have the breach drill for the medium,
Ooh,
which
yes.
drills through the surface, burrows through, and then like flashbangs the other side.
That's perfect.
And then you got the healing emitter.
Which is for heavies, and it just
yeah.
follows you around. It's like an orb.
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad. It has been a hefty minute since I played the finals.
Same.
But that was mainly because the season didn't interest me anymore.
Also,
because of
same.
the items in the past.
Same.
So
I
it's
do-
just like,
I do kind of want to go back to it because I like the team deathmatch mode.
it's real good.
Like, the matting team
Uh,
deathmatch mode is like... That's kind of what changed my opinion of the game.
It's
Okay.
it's obvious. We talk the last 2 topics, and then we go play finals until Kaza gets here.
Also,
I mean,
they did a good job of
I don't
balancing
know.
recently. Them removing
What?
the stun gun was like an immaculate pull.
They added it
but they
back
brought-
then. I think it just changes it. They changed it a lot though.
Yeah, they made it
Yeah.
they made it like actually cool now. I think it makes you immune to damage, but like you get stuck in place. Same as
Yeah, I
no,
think it, like,
before.
you
Makes you incorporeal or
Yes.
some shit, right? Yeah.
Mm.
yeah, you
You
can't,
can't
fire,
attack
they
or
can't
damage
fire.
or yeah.
You
I
basically
like that a
remove
lot
them as a
more.
fighter for a little bit.
I like that a lot more. That's a really cool
Yeah.
change.
Yeah, because I mean, you get stunned and fucked, but you can't die at least. So
Yeah. Makes it so good to use on people who are like trying to take the point.
For real.
Or
I
hell,
wonder, if they can
even
still
like
I wonder if they can still take the point if they're stunned.
imagine using it
I
on a
don't
teammate that's
believe
about
so.
to die. Like,
I
can you
don't think
use
you
it on
can
a
interact with
teammate?
anything.
I don't know. It's a good question.
If you can
Might
use
be a
it
good
on
way to save them.
if you can use it
I
on a
don't
teammate, you
think
could
so.
literally like pull them out of the fight when they're about to die, and then just like make the other person get fucked because they're like, oh, my bullets aren't doing anything to them now.
I would imagine probably not, just because I know like the grappling hook and shit doesn't work on friendlies.
Yeah. That'd be so cool though. Like, imagine like one of you is about to die, and then the other one just fucking stuns you to get you out of the fight and save you. That'd be so
For real.
cool.
Alright, I'm gonna be right back in like 5 seconds.
Sounds good. Do we have anything else we want to talk about?
The one last thing we should probably talk about is the SAG-AFTRA video game voice actor strike is officially over. The guild and the game company is represented by the Interactive Media Agreement Negotiation Committee reached an agreement on June 9th after nearly a year of striking. The agreement was then approved and the strike suspended as of June 11th.
Oh, so they got what they wanted.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go, baby. Hell yeah.
Or relatively close to what they wanted.
That's still good.
If
I'm glad.
approved, it will be sent out for ratification by the union's membership in accordance with established policy. Details of the agreements will be released at that time.
Good on
We're
them.
pleased to have reached a tentative contract agreement that reflects the important contributions of SAG-AFTRA representative performers in video games. Okay. This agreement builds on 3 decades of successful partnerships between the interactive entertainment industry and the union. It delivers historic wage increases of over 24% for performers, enhanced health and safety protections, and industry-leading AI provisions requiring transparency, consent, and compensation for the use of digital replicas in games. Nice!
Hell yeah.
All right. That looks pretty solid. The game studios and publishers represented by the IMA negotiating committee include Activision Productions, Blind Light, Disney Character Voices, EA, Epic Games, Formosa Interactive, Insomniac Games, Take-Two Productions, and WB Games. Nice.
Let's go, baby.
That's good. That's a good one. That's good news. Glad to hear that. Other than that, I think we're good.
Hell yeah. I will say one last thing. So, I'm currently 337 out of 602 for completing my OT national decks on PokeMMO.
Wow,
So I'm a little over halfway there.
That stream was a lie.
What?
I read it as you were completing the national decks, not that you were still putting things into it.
Oh, well, yeah, it was
How
like...
dare you?
It's
lied
a
to me in that.
Hey,
How
no,
I
that's an
can't believe
an
you.
inference thing, you know?
I'm
I'm working on
believe
completing
what
it.
I'm hearing. This scoundrel lying directly to my face. Anyways, that's good though.
Oh yeah, it is tough on PokeMMO, because you know how in other Pokemon games, you can trade with people and it still counts to you like owning the Pokemon, so it puts it in your Pokedex? In PokeMMO, you have to capture every single one. You can't trade for them. You can't breed with 2 other people's Pokemon to do it. You have to like physically capture them to get OT. So it's way fucking harder. But I'm like a little over halfway there, so. And most of them are evolutions. Like, most of the ones I'm missing are just evolutions and shit. So.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Anyway. Bye.